Welcome back to Echo Master League. Sweet life here for the final cast of the night with Goose, which has been doing it all night. Praise to him. With Finn on the last two. Had an awesome game on the last one. Definite nail biter. 3 rounds Master League play. And now we got two teams that I do know who they are. Big Silly Monkeys and Skyline. What do you got to say about these teams, Goose?
Monkey! That's all I have to say right now. And we have them going against Skyline. I'm excited.
I knew there was a reason Goose wanted to cast this game.
Yes, there's definitely a reason. Because we have number 7, Skyline, going up against number 11, Big Silly Monkeys. And take it away, Sweet Life.
Yep, now we got a neutral joust coming in. We got Big Silly Monkeys winning that, but Skyline stunning out and taking advantage of it, getting a quick 3 off. Showing why they're the number 7 team right here off the rip. Starting with a 3-point lead made by Manta.
Just a good opener there from Skyline, just able to get that stop, not allowing Big Goofy Monkey to get that one cleared down. But it will be Chicken with this, sending that one down to Rhino. Rhino looking for a crossover here to Big Goofy Monkey. He's going to try and send that up to Chicken. Not quite going to connect. It'll be picked up by Rhino, however, able to get that cleared down to Floor. And it looks like we have a race here. Weep will get stunned down and lose control of disc. It'll be over to Chicken. Chicken looking for maybe a pass here. Here comes that stack. He will get that pass off to One Beer. One Beer going to work his way up to post and goes for the single. And it looks like a self-goal by Iowa.
A goal is a goal at the end of the day. Hard pressure and, just moving your hand back a little bit can equal a score on a save. So, definitely a possibility there. 2-3, 1-point game. First offensive joust coming in here from Skyline. We'll see what they're able to do. Iowa with the disc. Throwing it down to Manta. Manta's going to throw it cross over to Uzu. Uzu looking for a reset here back to Iowa. Iowa looking downfield maybe. Going to throw it left tunnel area over to Manta. Manta's going to throw it downfield. Try to go for that coin slot. Doesn't quite go in. Big Goofy Monkey with the disc passing over to Chicken. Chicken's going to throw it all the way down. It is going to bounce around some geometry. Get picked up by Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey gets stunned out. Doesn't quite make it, but One Beer. One beer is all you need. And scores it too.
And he proves that's all you need. Well, personally, I don't know about that statement, but one beer's cool. We're always cool with just a singular beer. But it's gonna be Skyline coming out now, looking to make a response here. It's gonna be Iowa here with this, gonna send that down to that bottom area over to Uzu. Uzu gonna get snagged off by One Beer, however, if he has anything to say about that. And looks like he's gonna get that 2 in. And they are now up 6-3 for Big Silly Monkeys.
We all know One Beer is Goose's favorite player now.
Yeah.
Because we all know Goose might be an alcoholic.
Speak for yourself, dude.
Nah. All right, we got an offensive joust coming in. Iowa with the disc, looking for a potential pass. Tries to throw it down to Trap. It is going to bounce around some geometry. Get picked up by Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey getting stunned out by Manta. Manta getting stunned out by One Beer. And then we got absolute chaos here on the midline. Big Goofy Monkey is going to slap it downfield. It is going to go into bubble. It is going to get picked up by One Beer. One Beer getting that One Beer stolen off him by Weep. Weep's going to try to clear it out, get picked up by Rhino. Rhino with the disc, going to pass it up to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey over to Chicken, and Chicken for 2. Big Silly Monkeys are on fire.
Yes, they are. Coming up 8-3 against this Skyline team. They've quickly worked their way up the ranks here, being in the lower 20s actually last week. And now look at them, number 11, taking on the number 7 team and just coming away dominantly in the first 4 minutes of this round. We're going to have Iowa with this here up to Weep. Down to Uzu. Uzu going to get that one out to Manta. Manta going to get to Floor there. Sends it over to Iowa. Iowa going to start moving around, moving and grooving. Gets up to that post. Looks like he's just going to wait there because they got a bunch of people in goal. Sends that one down to Weep. Back to Iowa. To Manta. And the wide open goal for Manta, able to get that 2 in.
What the hell were they? There was 3 goalies? Was I seeing that? Were you seeing that too, Goose?
I think it's the alcohol. I think you're seeing a few too many people.
Okay, all right. That's good to know. Woo. One beer too many. All right, offensive joust coming in from Big Silly Monkeys. Chicken with the disc, looking for a potential pass. Getting up to ceiling here. Gonna throw it over to left tunnel, over to Rhino. Rhino passing it cross over to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey's gonna throw it down. Try to go for the shot and does connect for another 3, extending their lead by 6.
Just a good half court there from Monkey. Like genuinely, just a genuinely clean half court there. Good shot there from Big Silly Monkey. And we will see if
Goofy
Skyline
Monkey.
has a silly, goofy, same difference. Look up the definition. It's pretty much the same thing. Iowa gonna send that one over to Uzu, over to Manta. Manta gonna try and take a 3 of his own, not quite able to hit. Weep's gonna get that one and snagged and saved by Rhino. As it gets cleared out, we got a stack race here. It'll be Uzu with disc, able to get away from Chicken there, just barely. It's gonna clear that down into bubble. It'll be picked off there by Rhino. Rhino gonna send that one, try to send it up the Chicken. It's gonna bounce off that ghost, unfortunately. Here comes that stack, just able to avoid it. Sending it down to that right tunnel to 1 beer, and 1 beer is all you need to make those 3s.
At least that's how you feel, Goose. No, I'm just... All right, extending their lead by 9. Yeah, 9's the number. Extending their lead by 9. Definitely a dominant force coming in here by Big Silly Monkeys. Definitely has had an answer ever since that initial 3. Doing their job, keeping this lead. Pass around the midline. Manta with the disc is going to throw it down and connect with Weep. Weep had an open goal. Curious why he didn't opt out to throw it. But Manta with the disc, juke it around. Stunned out by Chicken, though. Chicken taking advantage and grabbing it. Grabbing the seeds. Because that's what chickens do, right? Steal from Iowa on Big Goofy Monkey. Awesome grab there. Gonna look to clear this down the midline. It is gonna bounce around geometry, though. Get picked up by Rhino. Rhino quickly getting stunned out. Uzu with the disc. Uzu's gonna throw it all the way down. It is gonna bounce around some geometry into 1 beer's hand. 1 beer throwing it down. It is gonna land back into Uzu's hand. Uzu quickly getting it stolen off by Chicken. Chicken's going to throw that all the way down into bubble. Quick stack coming in from Manta, and Iowa's going to recover that. They're looking to stack down. Over-committed that stack. Doesn't quite get there. Iowa is going to grab it, though. Throw it cross-trap. Trying to land into Manta's hand. Still might, though. That stack being a little miscalculated. Rhino and Big Goofy Monkey being able to get there. Grabbing it, throwing it to 1 beer. 1 beer to Rhino. Rhino going for the shot, but a nice save by Uzu. Iowa with the disc, going to try to throw it down. It is going to stay on the midline. Fast stack coming in. Rhino with the disc, looking for a potential pass here. Passing up to ceiling to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey over to Chicken. Chicken going for the shot, but a nice little save by Uzu once again. Rhino with the disc getting it stolen off, or Iowa with the disc getting stolen off by Rhino. Rhino passes over to Chicken, and Chicken for 2.
And they are now up by 11. The Big Silly Monkeys looking like an absolutely dominant force here in this first round. And I forgot to mention, this game might have a bit of Challenger Cup implications with both these teams being up so high. It'll be Iowa sending that one down to Uzu, crossing over to Weep, up to Manta. And Manta looking for that open 3 and will get it. And finally, a response here from Skyline.
Definitely needed it. Definitely needs a momentum shift going in to potential future rounds. It's still an 8-point game with 2 minutes left. Still definitely mathematically possible. But Skyline needs to get going and keep the pressure and get a ton of scores. Ugh. Offensive jobs coming in here from Big Silly Monkeys. Chicken on the ceiling. Never thought I would say those lines. Trying to throw it cross over to Rhino. Rhino with the disc, throwing it all the way down. It is going to bounce around geometry. Land into Iowa's hands. Iowa looking to throw this downfield. Gets the steal, goes for the 3, and connects, making this only a 5-point game with 1:30 left.
And we're like that. We are seeing life here from Skyline, not trying to let Big Silly Monkeys show them up too much here, as they are the number 7 team. They are coming in as the big dogs for this game, and they're gonna try and make this comeback to prove that they still are the better team. We Chicken with disc here, able to avoid that stack, gonna continue to do so. Able to get that pass all the way down to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey gonna pull that stack, and looks like they're trying to kill some time, but will get stunned out and disc taken by Iowa. Gonna bounce that one up to Manta, just missing that pass. It's gonna float behind that Pac-Man area and get slapped out by Big Goofy Monkey. And it looks like it will make it all the way to that bubble. Looks like we have one beer in there, not quite able to get that out. And the stacks here are going to come into play heavily for Skyline. Manta with this now, working down to that trench, going to cross it all the way up to Iowa. And a nice cut pass there to Weep for 2 to make it a 3-point game.
3-point game and mathematically possible. Definitely needs to keep seeing these fast stacks coming in from Skyline. Stun pressure, get the disc, open net, shoot the 3, send this into OT. That's the best. That's the best outcome for Skyline here. Chicken throwing it down to Trench. Nice steal from Iowa. Iowa's gonna go for the 3. It is gonna get snagged off though by Chicken. Chicken's gonna throw it down tunnel. Fast stacks coming in from Skyline. Manto with the disc, looking to throw it all the way down. Gets picked off in tunnel. Clears it down. It's in bubble. Picked up by Chicken. Chicken looking to score to just get the final points going in, but a nice grab. And we get to go into round 2. But that was intense there at the end.
That ending gut was great. Just Skyline trying to close in the distance there, just not quite able to get it. But Big Silly Monkeys came out quick and they got up on points quick, and that's what I'll say. That's what gave them the round, getting up really quick with all those points. Just able to execute there at the beginning of the round. Hopefully they will be able to continue that coming into this next round. But hoping to see Skyline maybe not like, they need to get their start up for the round a lot quicker going.
It's definitely crazy because they did get started out good. They had the first 3 of the game. Started out with a nice 3-pointer, which is about the best optimal start you can start out with, right? And then they kind of just let Big Silly Monkeys do what they want. Be big silly monkeys and dominate the game, you know? So getting scores out faster so you don't have to dictate them in the final 2 minutes is definitely going to be the deal breaker of this next round. See if you can keep it close, because they proved they could score a lot of points in a succession. It's just, can they do that throughout the whole extent of a round?
And it really will come
right now.
No, they're not, but it will seem like either team's going to really come out to be which team can keep the momentum into their favor as we come into this neutral joust for round 2. And here comes the players. And it looks like it will be Big Silly Monkeys just missing that one. And Manta able to grab that one, sling it up into bubble. Looks like it'll be an easy 3 there for Iowa to open up the round.
I don't know if easy is the word. That was a rough angle, but Iowa pulled that off, assisted by Manta. Offensive joust coming in here from Big Silly Monkeys. We saw this happen last round. This is very much a repeat of last round so far. So we'll see how Big Silly Monkeys answers here. Chicken with the disc, looking for a potential pass. Seeing him go up to ceiling, as we've seen so many times. Potential trap pass here. They've been running pretty much the same play pretty consistently, working it out. Trying to pressure out that front stack. Nice steal by Iowa. Iowa for the mail slot. 3 to extend their lead by 6.
Here comes Skyline opening off very well here. And it seems like they were able to read that trap pass that the Big Silly Monkeys have been doing so much this starting round. But Iowa, good shot there from him. Putting down 6 himself already in this second round. Maybe Chicken with this, sending it over to the cross trap instead, over to that left trap. Rhino going to send that one up to one beer. One beer going to try and bounce that one into the hands of Big Goofy Monkey. Not quite able to get it. Iowa, nice little shield there. And it looks like Iowa will walk away with another 3.
All right, extending their lead by 9 early. Definitely what we needed to see from Skyline to win this second round and potentially send us into a round 3. But I don't want to speak too early because Caster Curse gets me in trouble. All right, offensive joust coming in here from Big Silly Monkeys. Chicken with the disc, looking for a potential pass downfield. Taking his time, as we've seen him do multiple times, even with at a 9-point deficit, staying cool, calm, and collected. These trap passes, as we've seen this whole game, coming into play. Big Goofy Monkey passing over to Rhino. Rhino looking to advance this disc up to Big Goofy Monkeys, and does. Pass down to Fleur to Chicken. Chicken's going to pass back to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey misses the pass to one beer. Gets the pass back, works it into bubble, high and to the right with that shot. That is going to bounce around some geometry, land into Rhino's hand. Rhino over to one beer to Chicken. Chicken goes for the shot and misses once again. That is going to bounce around the perimeter of bubble. Rhino with the disc, looking for a potential shot here, working it nice and slow. Gonna pass it up to Clock. It is gonna be a self pass into a 2, assisted by Rhino, taking the most complicated route, but finishing in the end.
Yeah, it seems like Chicken was able to get his second chance there. Not everybody gets that second chance self pass, but you know what? Chicken making the most of it and getting that too. And Big Silly Monkey's able to finally break the silence here in round 2 after 9 unanswered. And it looks like this disc will be grabbed up by Uzu. Uzu with this now on the right. Pac-Man. Looks like him and Iowa are going to go for a little dribble here, and they do so. And it looks like Iowa's going to cross that one back over to Weep. Weep to Uzu. Uzu floating a little bit there, but able to get a reset back to Manta. Manta on double diamond now, allowing the players to move around a little bit, get some new positioning. And it will be passed over to Weep on station. Weep going to cross that one to cross cloud to Manta. Going to send it back cross to Pac-Man to Uzu. Down to Iowa. Iowa going to send that one up to Weep. Goes for the backboard. Doesn't quite make it, but it will be picked up here by Chicken. Able to clear that one out. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of stack race in here, but it'll be easy pickup there for Manta. But intercepted out by Chicken, sending that one all the way down into that right wall. Looks like we have a little race here to be picked up by Rhino. Rhino looking for a pass to Big Goofy Monkey, and Big Goofy Monkey with a shot, putting another 2 on the board.
Definitely a little life coming in here from Big Silly Monkeys. 5-point game, 5 minutes left, plenty of time. Anybody's ball game here. We got an offensive joust coming in here from Skyline, only second one of this round. Offensive joust coming in. We got Iowa with the disc, passing over to Pac-Man, over to Uzu. Pass over. That is going to bounce around geometry, not hit its target. Big Goofy Monkey taking advantage of that, passing over to Rhino, and Rhino for another 2, making the score 6-9.
He seemed really happy to say that. He seemed really happy to say 6-9. But we'll see you later, Zuko. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, 3Bender, for hanging out with us as always. But we're gonna have
3Bender! All right.
Okay, holy glaze, dude. But it's gonna go down the trap to Uzu. Uzu's gonna cross that one up to Manta. Manta gonna reset that one all the way back to Iowa. Gonna cross that to the right side over to Uzu, up to Manta, over to Iowa, over to Uzu. Just have a little succession of passes here, and it's gonna go up into that area of bubble. It'll be grabbed here by 1 beer. Over to Chicken. Chicken gonna send that one right down the middle up to Rhino. Rhino looking for shot, but denied by Manta. And here comes that little dribble that's been so successful here for Skyline. We have a loose disc and bubble. It's gonna actually bounce off of gold. Maybe looking for the shot. Weep going for a shot, not quite gonna get it. Seems like we have a floating disc and bubble now to be Weep with disc yet again and able to float that in at 12 meters per second. Unfortunate, not able to grab that one right there.
6'11" just doesn't have the same ring to it. Offensive joust coming in here from Big Silly Monkeys. Oh,
that's a 0 out of 10 rage bait party.
Goose says you wish you were
0 out of 10 rage bait. Oh, right. Rage bait.
Offensive joust. Chicken with the disc, gonna pass down to Trap once again. Definitely the same play being ran by Big Silly Monkeys over and over again. You would think you'd be read a little bit better by now, but you never know. Rhino over to Chicken. Chicken's going to throw it down, pass to 1 beer. 1 beer is going to throw cross over to Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey tries to hit the cut. Quick stun out, though, coming in from Skyline. Weep with the disc, going to throw it down left tunnel. Big stack opportunity here. It is open in bubble, and they do take advantage of it. Get the 2 with Uzu.
And that's a 7-point lead in favor of Skyline now. Finally putting some more points up on the board, getting that separation away from Big Silly Monkeys that they need if they want to pull through and force a round 3. But it looks like we will have the Big Silly Monkeys come out for another grab. It'll be Chicken with this time. Chicken on Cloud. Gonna pass that one down to Rhino. Gonna cross all the way over to Big Goofy Monkey, but gets stunned out. It gets knocked out by the head of Big Goofy Monkey now. Gonna look for a potential pass here. Was floating for a second, but it will be picked up by that stack, and they lose possession, unfortunately. Chicken able to get that disc. Looking for the open shot, and Chicken with the 3 from the half.
We now have a 4-point game. Skyline needs to find life once again to potentially keep this going in the direction of a round 3 game. We see Big Silly Monkeys going on the same momentum stretch as Skyline did, but a little bit sooner. Doesn't quite get out of tunnels. Does still get the pass off over to Uzu. Uzu's gonna pass it down to Manta. Manta going for the long three and connecting. They must have heard me. I'm convinced.
Yeah, caster's curse, dude. It's a serious issue. It's a very serious issue. It's very unfortunate. Oh,
It's
God.
whenever I talk, I get the short possessions. I've just accepted it now.
Yeah. Even with Finn, it started turning out that way earlier, but I was like, it'll be all right. You know what? I need a break. But it's going to be Rhino with Disc. And they're still doing the same trap play. It's working out for them, but it'll be Rhino going to cross that one down to Big Goofy Monkey. Going to cross that one to Chicken. Gets snagged off, though, by Weep, however. Going to try and send that one down the right tunnel. Will bounce up into Popcorn. Picked up by Uzu. Uzu going to send that one to Manta. Manta just going to take his time here. Just start working down that clock a bit because they got a 7-point lead. Might as well just take some time off that clock. It'll be Weep able to send that one to Manta. Manta over to Iowa. And Iowa for the 2 to get them up by 9.
Definitely 9-point lead. Definitely in favor of Skyline, which is great for us as casters. That's meaning round 3, which gets me really excited. Offensive joust coming in from Big Silly Monkeys, though. We'll see if they can get some momentum going into this round 3 as needed. Nice little hop by Chicken. I can only imagine him hopping with his headset on. Big Goofy Monkey looking for a potential pass. Working it nice and slow up that right tunnel. Looking. Nice little dodge there. Going to pass it over to Rhino. Rhino's going to throw it up to ceiling to One Beer. One Beer passing to Chicken. Nice headbutt steal there. Gonna land in the eyes of Iowa. Iowa's gonna throw it down the left tunnel. That is gonna float all the way down into bubble. Get picked up by Manta. Manta, after stunning out Big Goofy Monkey. Nice easy walk for 2.
And it looks like Skyline will come away with this round up 20-9 now. And they will have they only got 15 seconds here to even try and put some points up on the board and change momentum here before the round ends. Going for a headbutt here, but you know what that means for you, chat? That means we have another 3 from Iowa. First off, Iowa with another 3. I think that's his 4th this round, but that means all 3 games tonight have been a forced round 3. What a day for Saturday, giving y'all 3 round 3 games tonight. A triple header of all round 3s. You have anything to say about this, Sweet?
I'm just excited to be able to cast it here at the end. My son finally went to sleep, and I was able to hop on this cast once Finn disappeared. So pretty excited. Even though Goose didn't want me to come, I love casting Echo. I love being
you're
here.
Weird.
I love the community.
Messing with you.
I love you, Goose. No,
Yes, you do.
Anyways,
Yes, you.
we're gonna stop. We're not turning it into that cast. I love him more.
You know you wanna.
Jet, I guess Jet loves you more, Goose. I don't know how you.
Everybody loves me. I'm a good person. But let me read off some points here because y'all's board looks a little broken right now. We got 2 from Rhino, 5 for Big Goofy Monkey, 7 points for One Beer. I think he had 7 beers rather than 1 because he keeps making shots. But we got Chicken with 9, Weep with 4, 2 for Uzu, 17 for Iowa with 12 of those points coming in from those 3s last round, and 13 for Manta. Got assist all the way across the board, almost all the way across the board. We got steals galore, plenty of saves to go around, and a whole bunch of stuns, but actually almost dead even possession and shots taken. Very even game. And here we go, round 3. Take it away, Sweet Life.
All right, neutral joust. Yes, Trod. Where is my Buzz Lightyear? Where is he? Where is my shiesty Buzz? Offensive joust won by Big Silly Monkey. Big pickup there by Iowa on Skyline. Throw all the way down into bubble. Big stacks coming in. Looking for a potential walk here. A little bit wide to the right. Still going to land into Manta's hand. Manta looking for pressure here. Pass over to Iowa. Iowa with the pump fakes. Underhand 2 to give them the initial lead going into round 3.
Iowa putting up points already. And the reason Buzz Lightyear is not here today is because said person's face is on fire from sunburn right now. If you didn't see in Gap Chat today, I might have been out on the seawall fishing for a little bit. But we are going to have an offensive joust here from Big Goofy Monkeys. And it seems like they have a little bit of a change of play here. Be picked up here by Big Goofy Monkey over to One Beer. One Beer gonna start working this up. One Beer being the good starter here for everybody's night. Gonna send that down to Rhino. Gonna send that one back to One Beer. Down to Chicken, and Chicken for the 2.
Kind of a nasty shot there. That was quick and effective. Didn't go too fast, but it looked really gross. It was really cool. Gross in a cool way. Yes, children. That can be meant in a cool way. All right. Offensive joust. Iowa with the disc, looking for a pass over to Pack, over to Uzu. Uzu back to Iowa. Iowa passing it over to Manta. Manta with the disc, looking for a potential pass down field. Working it nice and slow. Reset back to Iowa. Iowa resets all the way back to Uzu. Uzu with the disc, gonna pass it. Oh, that's gonna take a nasty bounce off geometry. Float real slow. Still land into Weep's hand. Weep was able to get it off. Get that to bounce into Bubble. It's gonna go right across goal like it's taunting him. Nice little slap out though. That's gonna slap all the way out over to Iowa. Iowa with the disc, looking for a potential pass. A little J train action. Gonna try to reset it, but that little pesky Geo got in the way. That is gonna stay on the midline though. Get picked up by Rhino. Rhino looked like he was going for a shot. Throws it into Shield. Shield's taking it from their hands. Rhino with the walk-in 2 to extend their lead by 2.
And once again, the Shield proves that it has been the #1 defender all season long yet again. But yeah, Shield's been disgusting this season. I guess we give the season MVP not to Zuko, but it will be going to that Shield instead, the #1 player in the league. It's gonna be a pass over here to Uzu. Gonna pass that one over to Manta. Manta gonna start working this one up. And he's just gonna float. He's gonna take his sweet time. He's gonna enjoy himself. He's gonna go on a nice little stroll. You know, the sun's out, it's nice. But then he's just gonna reset it back to Iowa. Iowa. Try to send it for a pass, but it's going to bounce off that station. We don't have stacks anywhere. It's just a walking race to see who can get there first, but there is a stack, and it is the big silly monkeys. And what a save there by Weep. And a snag by Manta now, getting that one cleared. Here comes the stacks on both sides. Iowa with this snagged away by Chicken. Snag taken back by Iowa. And Shield proving again why it's the best defender. It'll be Big Goofy Monkey passing this one to Rhino. Snagged away by Uzu now. Sent over to Iowa. Iowa with the duck going around Shield. Looking for the shot. Not quite going to make that one. It'll be picked up by Chicken now. Sending it right down that right tunnel to Rhino. Rhino potentially looking for a pass here. And will get it down to Big Goofy Monkey. Going to send that one back over to Chicken. Chicken to One Beer. One Beer going to bounce that one up to Rhino. Back to One Beer. One Beer to Chicken. And a save by Manta this time. Good save there from Manta. Able to get that slap out as well into tunnel. And it seems like the stack from Big Silly Monkeys is going to be able to get away with the disc this time. A very, like, not a lot of goals this round compared to the last round. Only 4-2. And a missed shot there. Unfortunate for Rhino. It'll be Chicken with disc now. Gonna look for a pass. Maybe just going for the walk, and he will, but it gets denied once again. And it will be Weep getting the disc this time, trying to throw it to that right tunnel. A very unfortunate bounce there, however. Picked up by Rhino to Chicken. Chicken gonna try and float. Gets the stun on Uzu. Gets the stun on Weep and walks it in for the 2. And a disgusting play by Chicken there.
That little ender into a stun into the walk is insane. That's insanity. Chicken showing his feathers off, you know? Walking it into goal. Do we have a pause?
It seems like we do, and this
Yeah,
is
we
now
do.
and now we can tell you about why you should vote Shield for the seasonal MVP. Just doing really well at Shield here.
Today we can talk about our sponsor. Absolutely no one. This is a community ran event. No, bro. Not joking, but you're eating Domino's?
Man, I had to
MVP.
redeem all my points earlier because I'm broke as a joke right now.
X King, I'm not gonna lie. I remember back in VRML, back when I was coaching you, and your team was something. And now you've actually made yourself into an
Oh my
okay
God,
player.
he's stroking his ego on
Super
Twitch
awesome.
now. Jesus,
Yeah.
dude. Relax.
I remember when Goose used to only play
Stop.
intoxicated. Now I remember when he now still only plays intoxicated.
This is partially true. I play sober 20% of the time. Come on now. But yeah, it seems like the pause here might be on the side of, I think it's Skyline that took that pause. But maybe
A
just trying to slow
tactical
down
pause.
the very tactical pause. I mean, you have a 5 minute pause. You might as well take it. We've seen that pause used on every single game tonight. And it's always come out very positively on the end of the team so far. Let's see if we can have that trend continue with Skyline in this round 3. So what do you think of the score right now being only 6-2 compared to our other rounds?
I definitely think it's a mixture of things. I don't think it is necessarily just one factor that's keeping this a low scoring game. I think it's a mixture of some missed shots because we've seen a lot of what could have potentially been easy shots turn into missed shots. And just overall good defense. I definitely think Skyline has the better defense right now, even though the score doesn't reflect it. I think if Skyline just locks in on Big Silly Monkey's play, and I mean it, play singular, they definitely have a really good shot of coming out with this. Offensive joust coming in from Skyline.
Maybe we'll see a change.
Let's see
here
how they
for them.
respond here. Iowa with the disc, looking for a potential pass. Passing over to Manta. Manta back to Iowa. Iowa back to Manta like they're playing catch in the yard. Manta finally looking for bigger and better things. Walking it up the field, gonna pass it cross. It is gonna bounce around geometry. Oh, a big pickoff by Chicken and goes for the 3, and it's a little wide. And to the right, gets picked up. It is gonna bounce around some geometry. Get picked up by Iowa. Iowa looking for the mail slot, doesn't quite get it, but picked up nice by Uzu and gets the easy 2 with no resistance.
And Skyline showing that they still have life. We're just past the halfway point of round 3. Another really close round 3 here. And it will be the Big Silly Monkeys coming out now for Joust. It'll be Chicken with the disc. Trying to avoid that stack as always. Sending it down to that left trap to Rhino. Gonna cross that one up to that upper valley to one beer. And a little cross pass over there to Big Goofy Monkey. Monkey gonna send that one up to one beer. One beer gonna go for the walk and tries to go for the bounce shot. Does not quite hit. It will be Big Goofy Monkey sending this one up to Rhino. Rhino gonna try and walk that one in, but a snag and a save by Iowa. And it looks like the stack is gonna be there to pick up disc, and Manta gets the 3.
Skyline finally taking the lead by 1. Definitely good transitional pressure coming in from Skyline. Fast stacks, good clears, just overall good gameplay coming in here from Skyline ever since the pause. The tactical pause must have worked. Icing does sometimes work. Chicken with the disc, taking it nice and slow as we've seen him do all game. Working out that front stack, passing down to Trap over to Rhino. Rhino looking for a potential pass, probably looking crossed if I know anything. They definitely play nice and slow, work back, work that stack out till they can get a pass off. One beer over to Chicken. Chicken looking for a potential pass. Up on ceiling. Looking. Oh, a little bit behind on that pass. It is still going to connect with Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey going for a big reset here to Rhino. Rhino up to Chicken. Chicken looking for a potential pass, connecting with Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey walking it in for a 2, taking the lead by 1.
And they're just trying to keep it close here, getting that response in that they need. And it's now a 1-point game. It's coming down. We got 2.5 minutes left here. This seems to be coming down to the wire. And we will have Skyline come out and see if they can respond here. It'll be Iowa with this. Gonna send that one over to Manta. Manta just gonna hold disc here. Let me talk about Manta for a second. Manta has, let me see this real quick. Manta has 5 saves right now, and Iowa 4. You were right about them doing well in goal with the saves. They have 10 saves across the board so far for Skyline. It looks like this is going to float around a little bit there, and Big Goofy's going to send that one over to Rhino. Rhino looking for a potential boop right there, and it looks like it's just going to be a little bit under, and we have a 3-point lead now for the Big Silly Monkeys, all thanks to Big Goofy Monkey and that 2-pointer.
Short time left. We're in the final 2 minutes of crunch time. And 3-point lead. But we've definitely seen from Skyline those crucial 3-pointers come in. Definitely that master tier accuracy. Iowa over to Manta. Manta back to Iowa. Iowa back to Manta. Manta back to over to Uzu. Uzu looking for a workup field here. Nice, easy float. I think they're stunning him back there. Stack gets free. Over to Uzu. Uzu looks to walk it in. Over to Weep. Weep with the stunned out throw. Rhino gaining possession. Rhino getting stunned out, but getting the pass over to Chicken. Chicken getting pressured. Pass over to Tunnel. Stack going back for Skyline. No easy shots here. Definitely got goal on lock. Reset back to Chicken. Minute left. Chicken with the disc. Gonna pass it down. Connect with Rhino. Rhino's gonna throw it over to Big Goofy Monkey. Quick stun out coming in from that back stack. Uzu with the disc. Gonna try to throw it out. It is gonna get stuck up by Popcorn. Get picked up by Chicken. Chicken with the disc. Working nice and slow. Gonna pass up to ceiling over to Rhino. Rhino with the disc, looking to walk it in. Nice save coming in from Manta. Iowa with the disc, looking to clear it all the way down. That is gonna bounce around geometry. Get picked up. Ooh, no! What missed opportunity. That would have been an open 3 to tie it up. Uzu with this. Gonna pass over to Iowa. Iowa knows they need a 3. And does! Gets the 3 to tie it up. 10-10 with 18 seconds left. This is gonna go into OT.
I'm in disbelief. I need a moment. Holy crap, dude. And it looks like we're going to get an overtime here for the final round of the final round for tonight. In the last game for this Saturday triple header, we are going to get an overtime for y'all. Chat, are y'all ready for this overtime? Who do you think's going to walk away with it right now?
Oh boy, this is interesting. All right, we got a neutral joust coming in here for OT. Let's see who comes out with this. This is the decider. Offensive joust coming in. Skyline getting it. Iowa pass slapping it all the way down. Gets picked up by Big Goofy Monkey. Big Goofy Monkey, no resistance clear here. Stack getting stunned out, but Big Goofy Monkey getting clear. Rhino with the disc for 3, and it is over as quick as OT started. Big Silly Monkeys beating out number 7 Skyline. Definitely a quick OT there. But it is over. What a fun final match though, Goose.
What a great night. All 3 games were fantastic, but Big Silly Monkeys walking away with it in 3. It looked like it was going to be a little bit different according to round 2, but Big Silly Monkeys able to bring the pressure in overtime and walk away with the win.
Well, this has been Echo Master League. This has been Sweet Life. Goose, say something, Goose, please.
Ah! There, I said
okay.
something.
And trot on cams. Pizza A-Town.
See y'all.
Yeah, yeah. It's game on.
Starting match.
$15.